Well, hello. My name is humanthemike, aka mikedahuman. Today, we got a little game called Nightcall. Not too sure what it's about. Pretty sure you're trying to investigate some crime or something, murder, something around that. Something like that. And you play a taxi driver or you play a detective who, at nighttime, is a taxi driver. I don't know which one he was first, or if he's a taxi driver who just happens to be investigating a murder, or whatever we're investigating. I don't know what's going on. I think it's French, because there's a Eiffel Tower in the background. Or at least it's based in France, the game. Choose the investigation. Okay, so we get to choose what investigation we're going after. I figured this is a game pretty good one to play right now because it's like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning where I'm at, and it seems like this game is just mostly at nighttime. So, the judge. Victims have all something in common, and the motives seem clear. But which suspect could have done it? Balanced case? Perfect for our first run. Random victims. Unknown motive. Weird case. Slightly more difficult than the others. The victims may feel random at first. This is called the Sandman. The other one's called the Angel of Death. The Sandman. The victims may feel random at first, but there's a connection. The motives might be hard to find. Dark and twisted case. The game will randomly pick an unsolved investigation. I mean, yeah, let's just go with the first one, right? Start off easy. Seems there's only 3 cases. I guess it's a short game. Story, balanced, hard. Yeah, let's do balanced. Figured this is a good game to play right now. I might even turn the lights off. Not that you can see that, but for my... Luckily, I'm learning French, too, so... I doubt I'll be able to understand what they're saying. I know, like, 4 words. Doctor! Here. Sir, can you hear me? Or do I need to speak up? Yes, speak up. Is this okay with you? Is my voice loud enough? Louder! And now, is this okay? Yes, thank you. Not so loud. Sir, you spent 2 weeks in a coma. The fuck? The word bounces around your head. Need a moment to understand its meaning. Coma? The word scratches along your throat. Yes, you were the victim of an assault. The word resonates in your head. Victim. You are aware a serial killer is currently on the loose in Paris. You feel the contents of your stomach crawling up your throat. The judge, as the police call the killer, assaulted you. The bullet touched your liver. In most circumstances, it would have been fatal. We chose to put you in induced. Her voice becomes more distant, fades. You taste bile in the back of your mouth. Your head is burning. You hear a whistle in one ear. He's got tinnitus, just like me. Dude, the writing in this is pretty damn good so far. Your fingers move to your wound. Underneath the bandages, you can feel hard skin. It's incredibly painful. I usually don't really get into like these games that are mostly like just writing and stuff like that, but I'm really getting into this. Did they catch the judge? No. What about my passenger? He was dead before you even got out of your cab. The doctor is silent for a second. A very awkward second. She hesitates. The police would like to see you as soon as possible to ask you some questions. After all, the only one who survived. Oh, after all, you're the only one who survived the judge. Noise in the hallway attracts your attention. You try to turn your head, to no avail. You need rest. She leaves the room. Her voice resonates in the hallway. I don't care. He's the only witness. Another female's voice joins in. A strong authoritarian voice. You can't clearly make out what she's saying. A strange feeling washes over you. It's not pain, not fatigue, some odd combination of the two. Before being in this hospital room, you never realized that anger was made up of a combination of pain and exhaustion. Anger. Feeling you know all too well. Days go by, and a month later. Night 1. Dude, this is getting sick, bro. Okay, so we got some people here. So I can just choose to go at any... These are just all calls that I gotta go pick people up. So I get out of a coma for like 3 months or whatever. Couple months. 2 weeks. And I just go straight back to working at a taxi. That's a taxi driver. Alright, I guess we'll just go to the closest one. I mean, I think these ones are closer, but I'll start from this side and go over. You notice a huge dog on the sidewalk. No leash. I can't read that fast. Bernice Fabre. Place des Fetes. Distance 4.85 kilometers. Fare 16.49. Except the woman getting in your taxi does not look like she's at her best. Mouth lolling open, eyes unfocused, out of breath. She looks like she's been punched in the gut. Or like she saw a ghost. She struggles to take her backpack off and makes several attempts. The strap gets caught in the buckle over her overalls. She sighs, gets annoyed. During the whole process, she doesn't look up at you once. She takes a deep breath. Place... Oh, sorry. I thought that was her speaking. Place des Fetes. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Her voice is emotionless. More of a trickle than a voice. Coming out of a childish body. It sounds like it took every bit of energy she had to get those words out. She takes her phone out of her bag. Hesitates. Starts swiping left to right. Right to left. She's completely absorbed. You think you can make out the reflection of a colorful mobile game in her glasses. Silence settles heavily into the cab. It is broken occasionally by something that sounds like a hiccup or a repressed sob. At a red light, she raises her head and lowers it a second. and lowers it the second her gaze crosses yours in the rearview mirror. Dude, this is some sick-ass art style right here. Something about her makes you feel like you've got something caught in your throat. Rough night? Yeah, let's just say rough night. There's like little faces next to some of the options. She looks up, surprised you broke her bubble. Her gaze darkens a bit more. Yeah, you might say so. She's not crying, not shaking. Just the occasional spasm. A few seconds go by. You attempt to focus on the road, but despite both of your efforts to pretend nothing is wrong, her emotions invade the cab. She finally takes the plunge, like she's jumping off of a cliff. Can I talk to you? Still, the same trickle of a voice and great lengths taken to control it. I'm sorry, it's stupid, but I think I need to talk to someone. I think I need someone to talk to. I'm listening. She takes a deep breath. I need to say it out loud. Say it, girl. Stay silent. You sense she needs to be silent. The guy touched me in that bar. Voice is twisted like a nearly empty tube of toothpaste. Tears collect in her eyes. You feel really heavy. She starts talking again. Her tone is slightly different. She sounds more confident. Like saying those words out loud made her feel a bit more alive again. Or like she wanted to be stronger. He came up behind me and touched me. Way too much. I think anything more than anything is too much. If it's not like... Yeah. Her voice breaks over the last few syllables. The silence in the cab absorbs everything. Even the noise of traffic. You don't even hear the ambulance go by. Lights flashing. I want to talk about it, but I also don't really know what to say. Do you want to file a report? Hell yeah. I don't think so. I don't have much of anything concrete to report. I don't really feel like going to the police station. I don't want to sit under fluorescent lights. Answer questions. I just want a warm blanket, cup of hot chocolate, and my mom. She tries to smile but gets choked up and lets out a painful sob. Shit's getting heavy, dude. It took me way too long to understand what was happening. Way too long. I didn't get it. I was petrified. She looks about 30 years old, maybe. I'm not far from 30. But you get the impression you're driving a little girl who just had her innocence stolen. One minute, I was standing there in the crowd. The Furiosa is like my second home. I always go there to hang out with friends because they all live in the neighborhood and our places are too small. We're all too small. She takes a breath. You follow suit unconsciously. Everything was fine. There was a concert. I was happy. I had a bit to drink, but not too much. It was packed, but the music was great. It was a good night. I was having a good night. You know what it's like when you're packed into a crowd like sardines? You really don't know who's touching you. But that's just the way the crowds are. She lays her telephone on the seat and leans forward. Elbows on her knees and heads in her hands. Her backpack falls on the floor. She doesn't make the slightest move to pick it up. I didn't get it. Fuck. Why didn't I get it? I didn't even react. She stares at you. Why didn't I react? You should definitely talk to the police about this. Definitely. She leans over so gently towards you. Sir, you know what? You're right. For the first time since she sat down in your cab, you feel a sense of relief. I can drop you off at the station. You stop to think for a second. I can even wait with you if you'd like. She leans over to you. I'd do the same if I were you. What the hell does that mean? She's saying telling me to go talk to the police? I didn't understand that last part, I'm sorry. I just can't bring myself to do it. Oh shit. She grabs her bag and sits up, suddenly more outspoken. You know, you read story after story about women who've been assaulted. You say to yourself, okay, got it. If it happens to me, I'll just rip his head off, scream, make a scene, hit him, and he won't get away with it. You convince yourself you're stronger than them. You know how to protect yourself. Stand up for yourself. She pauses. Barely. It's hard to bear. I'm so angry with myself. I didn't do anything. I just stood there. Frozen. Like a fucking idiot. Everyone was totally entranced in the concert. They were dancing, drinking, laughing, screaming. And I was frozen. I was like a wave of ice had washed over me. Everything around just collapsed. It was like I was stuck inside my own body. All I can feel is my fingers worming their way in. I didn't even know how long it lasted. I was disconnected. I let him do it. No, you did not. Don't. Oh my god. Can this dude say something? I mean, no, don't butt in on her. Let her get it out. You became aware of your sweaty hands on the steering wheel. She pauses, starts talking again. A part of me froze on the spot. Another part was screaming inside. At one point, the crowd shifted. There was a bit of a rush or something. That's when my brain started functioning again. Like something flipped a switch. I wanted to turn around, but his hand disappeared. I couldn't see who it was, and I just stood there like an idiot. All that was left was a normal gathering of normal people. Who does that? I mean, really, who does that? I ran over to the bar. I don't even know how I got there. I couldn't feel my legs. My friends were still waiting for their beers. I burst into tears. A brief pause, just enough to open her eyes wide. I think the worst part was that my friends made fun of me. They saw me walk up in tears. I did my best to explain what happened, and they thought it was hilarious. Oh, come on, Bernice, they said. Calm down, it's no big deal, relax. Got some fucked up friends, yo. Only my guy friends were there tonight. They're not bad guys, you know, but they were not always so bright. I usually get along better with guys. But I really wish one of the girls had been there. Hearing them laugh was so harsh. Yeah, dude. That ain't cool. When it happened, I didn't really know what to say. I mean, maybe they're right. It was no big deal. She pauses and looks away. I should never have gone to that concert. She loses herself in thought. You wonder how you would have reacted if something like that happened to you. You try to remember how you did react. I went outside, walked around a bit. They didn't even text me or anything. Shit, what do I say? I'm not saying this. Should I just say nothing? That's not normal? No, nothing about tonight is normal. Nothing. I just wish I could make it all go away. That scares me. That scares the shit out of me. How's it so definite? Definitive, sorry. My dyslexia is so bad sometimes. Definitive. Permanent. Unavoidable. I already know it will hang over me my whole life. How I wish they could make it all go away. Turn back time. Like in a video game. F5, F6. Quick save, quick load. Swoosh. You erase your mistakes. A moment of absence. Some horrible thing that happened. Over and done. You know just what she's talking about. The feeling that suddenly in 1 second, split second, your fate is changed forever. And there's no going back. You expect to see Ad's face in the rearview mirror. Have you ever done anything like this, sir? I beg your pardon? Have you ever hurt anyone? Any woman? She asked the question again like she thinks you might not have heard it the first time. It's not as simple as that. So this dude has. He's not a good dude then. I don't even know what to say. I'm not gonna say it's not as simple as that. Trying to understand, and you see, I'm skeptical. Sorry. Thinking about my friends. The way they reacted. In what way is this no big deal? Why exactly should I calm down? You shouldn't. It's a big deal. If they think I need to calm down, they must think that kind of behavior is normal. That normal people do that kind of thing. I'm sure they got friends. A job. I mean, they're not guys who look like serial killers that just escaped from the loony bin. I will never set foot in that bar again. Ever. You're getting closer to your destination. Shit, oh yeah, I'm still driving, right? No, he's just parked there, dude. You're getting closer to your destination. It sounds far away. Wait, what? Drop me off at the light. I need to walk a bit. You pull over. She's shaking. It's like you're in slow motion. I'm sorry for all that. You mutter something incomprehensible. Actually, you don't really know what you wanted to say anyway. She pays her fare and walks off without a word. Bruh. You close your eyes for a long while before turning the key to the ignition. Bro, this shit's heavy as fuck, bro. That's the first fucking cab of the game. Should we go to this dude? Do I have to go all the way that way? Fuck that. I'm doing this one. I don't want it to go all the way down and turn around up there. I'm heading to Charles de Gaulle Airport. Yeah, let's do it. Your next passenger is alone and waiting for you on the sidewalk. She gets in the cab and whispers. Hello. She has no handbag or suitcase. Just a small handmade sign with an Indian name printed on it. Charles de Gaulle. Please. She is young, with a soft and slight accent. Her face shows no emotion. Her fingers play with the small gold chain around her neck. It's the only piece of jewelry she has on. You drive, glancing back at her from time to time. Her head seems to be somewhere else, to be elsewhere. Everything alright, miss? She nods her head gently, cracking a tiny smile. It's really early. The first planes to come in are the worst. Everyone is exhausted and half asleep. Yes, exactly. And she sighs. I must confess, I don't really want to go there. A tiny smile lights her face up for a split second before disappearing. Family? My future husband. Well, quote unquote, future. I've never even met him. Her accent suddenly becomes stronger. You know this habitat well. Just before confiding in you, passengers tend to relax into their natural accent. I'm sure he's a great guy, as they say here. Sadness appears in her voice, but I don't know him at all. My parents chose him. It's crazy, isn't it? Are you shocked? Yeah, I mean, kind of. Not. I know that happens, but a sad smile washes briefly over her face. It's tradition, or at least it used to be. My parents are a bit old school, even by current standards in India. I chose to study here, not in England like my sisters. She flashes a smile. I fell in love with Paris and decided to stay. I almost never go home. Actually, this is home now. Anyway, my parents insist I meet him. He decided to make the trip, saying he had a meeting as the pretext. As a pretext. It's unacceptable. No, you don't understand. This is just the way things are. I don't know why I said that. But I just think it's kind of, I don't know. Me personally, I think that whole arranged marriage shit is stupid. No matter fucking what the reason, dude. That people choose who they want to be. Don't fucking choose it. Oh, I should have read that, did I? I try to avoid the subject. It's understandable from their perspective. I mean, it worked for them, right? Yeah, but you don't know. You don't know how it could have been otherwise. I mean, yeah, it's the only reason that girl's alive right now, but still, it doesn't have to be that way for you. You can have a choice, you know? You sense something bubbling up in anger before she freezes. Alright. Some people refuse to let their emotions out. She slowly regains control of her body. What, day trips do you recommend outside of Perry? Nearby? She nods. Versailles, of course. Versailles. Of course. It's really beautiful. Definitely worth it. Her face lights up. Oh yes, perfect. I'm sure he'll like that. Or there's Fontainebleau. There's a huge park. Very wild if you like hiking. I don't really know. She smiles shyly. You prefer to say nothing. The airport is not much farther. Something about the young woman makes you feel uncomfortable. She looks as if she's about to scream, but holding it in. Time passes and silence fills the cab. Which terminal? Your question startles her. Terminal C2C. I think. It's supposed to be a nice day out today. A smile crosses her face, then quickly disappears. Yes, I hope so. Thank you. You park the car in front of Terminal 2C. Your passenger grabs her sign and exits the cab. She pauses for a second, as if she were about to say something. She already out of the cab? Then she disappears. I like these little stories. They really don't have any like meaning behind them, but I mean, there's meaning, but like not to like finding out who this murderer is. Hmm. bakery on your right is lit up. Two bakers are smoking in the doorway. Alright, actually, I'm gonna probably end this episode here. That was pretty good. I'm liking this game so far. Um, this next one's gonna be cool. It says my poetry needs a car ride. I'm interested in that. So, but yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, um, comment, all that good shit. Yeah. Later.